Hey guys, just Gundam Msia here, and today I'm going to teach you how to remove decals / MSIA paint off of Gundam Msia action figures. This might work for other figures as well, just to keep in mind. So what we're going to need is some Q-tips, acetone, and I just got this at Ace Hardware, just cheap, regular acetone. And you should know that acetone is, a strong toxic chemical. You don't want to use this inside your house. You want to use it in a well-ventilated area, which is why we're outside. And gloves would be good. Maybe I just live dangerously. I don't know. I'll try and use the Q-tip and not touch the acetone, and it mostly works. But it will burn your hands. Not critically, but, it might hurt later. So I've had times like that. So, you're going to need a little jar, cup, bowl. Put a little acetone in there. Dip your Q-tip in. And this is my gun cannon version 2. I'm going to do a review of him later, or already posted one. And I'm changing him from a 109 to a 09. You can see I've done that on the chest and the leg right here so far. That way he's not Kai or Hayato's. And because I don't want to get the whole 109 cleaned off, you gotta be careful. Also, make sure that the part that you're doing this to isn't already painted. For instance, Herbert von Kaspen's Gelgoog, the torso's painted, but the arms and shoulders aren't. If you start doing decal remover on a part that's painted, you're going to remove the paint too, because the acetone's really strong. You take your Q-tip, and we're doing a detailed thing here. And hopefully you can see well enough. I'm trying to do this backlit, I guess. See, I've got to aim well enough while I do this, but let you see at the same time. So that's challenging. Okay. There we go. I'm just going to dab. That's my wet Q-tip. Oh, I guess they dried out. The acetone evaporates really quickly. Okay, come on, camera. You can do it. This is challenging, to say the least. Okay. You may not see this perfectly well. You know what? I'm making a tutorial. I call that a good thing, right? It'll start to smear the decal a little bit, and then you just turn your Q-tip, because if you keep smearing the same paint, you just have a mess. And you just clean it up. And so now it says 09. There's a little bit of paint removal on the edge of the O, but overall it came out clean. Herbert von Kaspen should be a little easier to show off, I think. There we go. I want those O's off. And you can see my Q-tip has turned black in that spot. And usually you're going to need more than one application. Man, lighting just fights me here. It's just a shame. Maybe this works better. Use the other end of the Q-tip, dip it into the acetone. Now there's some smear of where that used to be, and you don't want to just kind of all over, because you will spread that. Goal is to clean it up as minimally as possible. Because I'm going to be dyeing this guy to make him into the Lost War Chronicles ground type Gelgoog. Now if you are dyeing, and even if you've done paint removal, where that decal was is just a smidge lighter. I'm not sure if you can see that perfectly or not. It's just a smidge lighter. I'll probably flip this shoulder around so that it's the back of the shoulder. This is working better than the gun cannon. I want to get these stripes off as well. Now when you're doing a torso, which I will do to Herbert von Kaspen's torso as well later on, you can, just kind of go all over. And the Q-tips are good for getting into the little nooks and crannies, though you will have some paint residue left over in those cracks. You just want to watch out for paint anywhere. Excess paint. So now, the shoulder is clean. Interesting thing, when you dye figures, if you do paint removal afterwards, what's underneath will be a lighter shade of dye than the normal parts. That's going to be a key to making my ground Gelgoog, because its lower torso, or its torso, is supposed to be a lighter tan than the rest of its parts. My Q-tip is dirty. Get a fresh one. You can go through Q-tips pretty fast doing this. You should know that. Buy a box. I always like to clean it up a second time, just since the first Q-tip always has the paint on it. And then I use that one. The rest. Remember, Von Cassman has some pretty cool logos. Unfortunately, they aren't going to work for the ground Gelgoog. At this point, I pretty much explained what you need to do. But you can keep watching if you want to see what this finished product is going to look like. See, now this has lots of paint. There's still a gap, open spot, but I don't want to be smearing the paint on the plastic. I'm going to get a fresh side and clean that up as well. This still has empty spots, but I want fresh, clean. One. There we go. Again, there's that slightly lighter area. And when you're just doing a small decal, it's hardly noticeable, especially if you put a water slide decal over it. Say you're converting something from Xeon to Federation or Federation to Xeon. It works really well. And I'm just going to swap the shoulders so that these are the back and this side will be the front. And it's pretty much that simple. The same process goes for the torso. You would just use a lot more, possibly also using cotton swabs and gloves, and just cleaning the whole thing off, and then you can dye the torso whatever color you want. Or, already have dyed it, and then, clean off the torso and have a lighter shade, because the paint resists the dye. It's kind of just a neat thing. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe, and check out my other custom Gundam Msia tutorials. I'll see you guys later.